I gotta clean my floor here and here. I gotta do that tomorrow. Get my floor cleaned up a little bit better. But anyway, we're gonna do. I couldn't wait. I was so excited, like I couldn't wait. I had to do the mix. We had to do the mix. Let me turn off my air conditioner right here, and I think I'm gonna turn down my. I'm over here doing some gaming right now. I have my lights out doing some gaming, and I'm thinking that, I'm excited. I want to see how this is gonna look. So I got my projector set up. This is my mix right here, my mix. And the reason why I'm doing this is to show you that all gray screen paints are going to react the same way. They're all going to do the same thing. They're not going to be the pickup color. They're not going to be pickup contrast. Even if we make our own mix, our gray mix, it's going to do the exact same thing his product is going to do. As I said before, this gray screen paint is obsolete. It's an old product. They used to make this stuff 8 years ago. The U2 paint, they had all different versions of the gray and black paint. There was so many versions of it. But this is like 8 years ago they were making this stuff. So this stuff is old. But he's trying to pass it off like it's something new. He could equal the dark gunmetal screens. He could do the same thing they can do. I don't know what the heck. I don't know what's in the drinking water, man, but he needs to check it. Because I'm sorry, there's no such thing as a gray screen that's going to pull a contrast level. So we got several mixes that we made. I'm calling this my mix. Now, like I said, we made this stuff 8 years ago. This is, you look under my old company, the Digital and Crystal Screen Paint, that's all we did was gray screen paints, because that's all there was then. That's all people did was gray screen paints. So all they did, It was the same thing anywhere you went on any channel. Everybody was making the same thing, but they were mixing it differently. They were putting in more black paint. Some people were putting in gray paint. Everybody was doing the same thing at that particular time. So this stuff is pretty old. But he's trying to pass it off as something new that he developed. Big deal. You didn't develop this. This stuff has been going on for 8 years ago. You didn't develop anything new. So I'm going to show you people. No matter what we mix, put together, whatever paint we put together, at the end of the day, it's all going to result to the same thing. Now, we've developed gray screen paints. Yes. We've done demonstrations in fully lit environments with the gray screen paint stuff he don't do. We've done contrast demonstrations, stuff he doesn't do. And if you don't believe me, check out my archives. Dig up one of my screen paints and see what you find. So anyway, but I'm not going to tell you that, even though if our gray screen paint pulls a contrast level, a very good contrast, so better than his product, am I going to say it's equal to a black screen? Oh, heck no, it's not equal to a black screen. I'd be crazy to say something that stupid. So let's paint my mix. That's what we call it. My mix. My buddy was on the phone cracking up. He said, you should call yourself Mix Master. My mix. Wicka, 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 wick, 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 wick. This stuff is old, man. I'm telling you. It ain't worth your time. It ain't worth your money. It's old. Mix, 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 master. And see, the problem with Crow is Crow wants to make his product seem like it's more than something that it should be. He can pull contrast levels with his gray magical screen paint equal to a black screen. He can pull white levels equal to a white screen. And no screen is going to pull white level equal to a white screen. That's, if it's gray, it's not. If it's white, then yeah, no problem. So, doing these dark demonstrations, that's because your screen can't pull up. It watches and fades out. Doing contrast levels in the dark because your screen can't pull up a proper image. Heck, my freaking $62 projector, $59 projector costs way less than your P1. And my image is better than your screen because I can watch Batman with the lights on. You can't. On a $4,000 projector, you can't even do that. You're sitting in the dark. What? I'm having fun with this, people. It's some 4th of July. Had a few people pop over. So what you doing today, Ken? Sitting here chilling, doing some gaming. You see that, Crow? See my game system running right now? See me running? See my system 18 feet back? See my screen? I'm gaming with the lights on, buddy. Can't do that. Wick. I don't take this stuff seriously. I took it seriously, yeah, back then. Yeah, I did. Very seriously back then. Because that was a thing. Now, who's using this stuff? You should be doing some demonstrations where if you're saying your product can perform, do all this stuff, then where are the demonstrations? Where are the test demonstrations? You claiming you can do all this stuff. I told you before, if you got the same product as we do, you go to my website, you'll see that demonstration of that 180-inch outside. Go do the same demonstration. Got that big old alleyway back there in front of your house, or driveway, whatever it is. Go get yourself a 150-inch screen, paint it all gray, and then do that demonstration at the same time we did the demonstration with all contrast levels, and see what happens. Oh, you can't do that, can you? You know why? Because your screen won't show up. That's why. It'll look just like that demonstration from that customer. Let's get this last piece right here. Let's smooth this out a little better. Yeah, so as I'm doing this, all these instructions about how you have to paint it a certain way, you have to have a certain paintbrush. Hey, Crow, this is an old, dirty roller. That's what this is. I cleaned up downstairs, and it's not going to change the picture quality in any way whatsoever. Oh, we're done. What am I doing here? We're done. All right, so the other ones we're going to be testing out too, but we're going to get this one first. Let me go get my, whatchamacallit over here. That's why you deleted your video. And I'll put the video at the bottom if those you want to see that video that he deleted showing you how to make his product. Look at that, Crow. See that right there? That's a $59 projector producing that image. You see that? On a 148-inch screen. The screen's bigger than any screen you have in your house. As a matter of fact, it's not the biggest screen in the house. The biggest screen I have in my house right now is 151. That's the Black Nova painted on the wall upstairs. And that's using another 720p ultra short throw projector. But look at that. See that image I pull up here? Voila! Lights on. You can't do that, can you? I didn't have to spend $4,000 for me to be get an image of a pop-up. Just $59. That's all I had to spend. All right, let's just get everything over here. So we just started. Where's the remote control to that set up over there? Got 2 remote controls over here. That's never good. All right, that's the one for here. Oh, we got 3 remote controls over here. What the heck? I wonder what this one is. Starfield Screensaver.
Getting that from YouTube.
See the commercial that comes up? See how clean it is? And we're only on an angle. My projector right here is only designed to do 80 inches to 100 inches. That's it. So 148. Liberty, liberty, liberty. I'm going to show you something your screen can't do. Or your screen paint can't do. It's a shame. There's nothing wrong with the P. When I talk about the P2, there's nothing wrong with that projector. It's a fantastic, beautiful piece of equipment. The only problem is using it on Crow's product, he's basically handicapped the projector because you can't even do this. I can do this. My projector has a 4,000 to 1 contrast ratio. It's an XGA 720p. Yours has what, 2 million something to 1 something contrast? You can't even do that. All right, so let's get the screen over here. Did dudes? I'll get back to my game because I'm curious about my mix. My mix. Mix. We gotta dry this. I don't want this touching any of my stuff. Mess up my screen. Okay, let's get this up here. The mix up here. I told you I was going to incorporate this crap into my freaking gaming today. So I'm doing a little Call of Duty. You know, you hear in the background is me back there rambling on. The mix master. You know, like, what the freak is this guy back there talking about? And I'll say, just watch my channel, you'll see. We talk about the mix. So we're going to do this demonstration, Crow. I want you to watch my Starfield demonstration. I want you to see that. See that in a fully lit environment? You know how big my screen is? See up top right there? It's about that far from the ceiling. Even my ceiling's a projection screen. A lot of people don't realize that. That's why the screen is black. My screen is a screen. 17 technology. Let's get this to zoom in a little bit so we can get this to fit on the mix. The mix. Look, people, if this irritates you, I'm sorry, but you have to understand. I've been in this business for over 12 years. I've made that stuff on so many levels, it's not even funny. So when someone's telling me that it does something that I didn't discover 8 years ago, and we ran this thing through everything you could possibly think of, yeah, whatever. There's no way in the world that has the ability to produce a contrast level. Virtually impossible. And if you believe that, then I think you might be drinking something. That's like somebody telling you that gray can cloak into black. Ain't gonna happen. All right, let's get a fan. Let's get a fan. Are you a good fan or a bad fan? Let's get a fan out here. We got the mix. The mix. And you're gonna have people saying, "Oh, but you gotta be professional about this." No, what for? It's a gray screen paint. It's 8 years old. Like, I'm gonna really take this seriously? No. All right, let's go over here and get this van up here so we can get this dry. We're on 4,300 lumens, Chrissy. What do you think, Sauce? You think it's gonna go well? It may not. Who knows? Spent $107. Oh, by the way, we're not buying any more of your products. There's no point. We just make it ourselves. No point. I can match all your stuff. No problem. See, the problem you have here, Crow, which you didn't understand, is that you do these demonstrations where you try to make my product seem so dark you can't see it, but we do live demonstrations all the time, so that pretty much is a huge fail. Matter of fact, we can side-by-side your demonstrations with the Sony VPL FH36, or 31, or 30. Either one, we have them upstairs, so we can do side-by-sides with your videos easily, with no problem, proving you to be a fake. But, on the other hand, we have your product here. Also, too, we can make any grade formula we want. It's going to come up looking like your product. A base formula. Not anything mixed with anything special. And it's still going to react the same way. We take primer, anything we want, and mix it. It's going to do the exact same thing your product's going to do. And the thing about it is, even if you tried to make our product, what you did try to do, the sad thing about it is, you didn't run any of the tests. Not one test. Novas, there's a demonstration of a Nova outside at 13 feet back? Yeah, about 13 feet back. Where's your test demonstration if you made our product of that demonstration? Oh, you don't have one? Because you can't make the product, that's why. But I can make yours because I was making yours 8 years ago. So this is my mix, not yours. All right, so let me see. We got too much light in the environment, number one, because he doesn't use as much light. We got to darken it a bit in here. Because all my environments are all well lit. Let's see. Mix, master. Maybe I want to move you a little closer. If he tells you he puts anything special in it, he doesn't. At all. This product only took a couple of drops of black paint. That's it. Couple of drops of black paint. And this product right here, tomorrow morning, when we put it against the Black Nova, it's going to get crushed pretty bad. Now let's darken the environment. You guys used to, well, people basically buy its products. You're used to being in a dark environment, so let's darken it up a bit here. Because you're not used to this much light. See, again, if you were from that era, way back, when gray screen paints were all the rage 8 years ago, every channel was doing the same thing. Every channel had their own mix of gray paints that they were mixing. And just about everybody was doing it. Crow just happened to come along 8 years too late, gather up information from these guys probably, and probably try to duplicate it and try to bring it out like it's something new. Nothing new. At that particular time, back then, when you had all gray paints, you didn't have too many dark screens. You had Black Diamond, yeah, Black Diamond was definitely floating around. But that was pretty much basically about it. When it came to more like darker screens, really heavy dark screens, Black Diamond was pretty much the only one on the map that was doing it. Way back then, before Black Diamond, I think you had Grey Wolf. I remember the Grey Wolf company is still alive. There's a company called Grey Wolf that used to design projection screens. It wasn't a dark gray. Don't even know the history of your product that you're running your mouth off about. Let's go over to, let me see. See, Crow? Easy but cheesy. I'm not buying your product. I'm just going to make it. That's all. This is my mix. Take a dark environment, put it in with a high power projector, which we're using right now, Christie 4300 lumen projector, 1920 by 1200. That's what we're using the venue. Put it in a poorly lit environment, and voila, this is what you got. You don't run any tests behind it at all whatsoever. This is all you do. Paint it onto a surface, which I just did a few minutes ago. Throw it into a poorly lit environment, hit it with a high-end projector, and go, look how beautiful the colors look. Just did the same thing you just did. Look, there you go. Same thing. Got no tests, nothing at all. When our screens were designed, the first thing they had to go through is 3 to 5 screen certifies when they first are done. And every demonstration is always the same thing. 3 to 5 screen certify right from the door and show you that that product basically can outbeat 4 or 5 of these basic certified screens. And then we show you not pretty colors like this. We show you reds, blues, greens, and purples, all solid colors. We show you white levels. We show you contrast levels. When we first develop a screen paint. Then we come in, we throw an ultra short throw with 3 certified ultra short throw screens. Then we come back, we do it with the 22 feet back at 1,000 lumens. Then we bring it back to 13 to 14 feet, low lumen projector test. Then the final test is we take it outside, we throw it back 13 feet, we hit with 1,000 lumens. Has to be to produce an image from the front and from the side, and it has to pull a star field. You don't do any of those tests. You know why? Because your product won't pass. Neither will this. This won't pass any of the test demonstrations we designed. There's your product right there, buddy. I told you I can make your product with no problem. As for y'all want to know his Cinemax, again, I'm gonna tell you what it is. You can go get it at Sherman Williams. What's that stuff called? Lazy Gray. It's called Lazy Gray. You have to put nothing in it, nothing at all. And I guarantee this is how he's been stealing from you. They're mixing black and white paint together. I told you to use it as a toner. So the more black they put into it, the darker the screen gets. That's how they control the tone of the paint. That's why when he puts out all his products, they all look the same. They're all off by one tone because that's how he's toning it. There you go. Then you stick it in a poorly lit environment, you hit it with a high-end projector, and boom, there's your results right there. Now I showed you how easy it is to make the product. Now I'm going to show you why we don't support it. Because tomorrow morning, you get a chance to watch the Inferno Black Nova and the darker screens, trashy screens. And you see why we don't support them. It's old technology. But after him talking, that's why he deleted the video. Why do you think he deleted the video off his channel that had 27,000 hits? Showing you how to take 2 tablespoons of black paint and mix into white quart of white paint. That's why. So bottom line is, you've been charging people $107 for black or white paint. Something that's been going around 8 years ago. Yeah, buddy, you're something else, buddy. Say that much. Yeah, you're something else. I think this side of my screen is dry. On this side. Your screen is laying against my screen right now. So I told you, I can match your product just by looking at it. Your screen's right there. Want to get a little closer, people? See right there? There's your screen right here. I know how to make your product because, like I said, I made it 8 years ago. I made this paint, these great screen paint products. I've made this thing in every freaking combination you could possibly think of. I can just look at your video and show how your product is made. The problem with you is you can't make black technology. You tried, and I see you, but you failed miserably trying to do it. Miserably. Because you can't run under the test. Anybody can mix a black product together, but can you follow our test? You can't. You can't follow our test because your own products can't even go through our test. But I can make your product. Mix master. Yeah, I was making your product years ago, man. Years. Before you even knew what Crow was, I was making your products. I was making his products. That's your cinnamon mix right there. Now I'm actually your Metallica mix. There's nothing in this paint at all but black and white paint. That's all it is. And here's your screen. For those of you, it's your screen right there. This particular paint, and like I said, the way it reacts, back then, when they were making this stuff, you couldn't be in a fully lit environment. The screen would wash out. It didn't pull good contrast levels. It had to be in an ambient light controlled environment. Even back then when I was doing demonstrations on the product, we had lights in the environment with nothing like what I do now. There's no way in the world. That's why when I told you, when I got that black diamond sample sheet that came in, and I saw how the colors popped out, the contrast came out of the screen, that's what changed me in the direction of dealing with black technology or darker technology. Stuff right here is old. And that's old white paint that I had downstairs. A little bit of black, and that's it. You put on these demonstrations like there's something really new about your product. Like it's supposed to be state of the art. I'm making that stuff 8 years ago. Yep. That right there is your personal mix right there. So that's your personal mix. We got your Metallica mix and personal mix. I was able to do both your screens at the same time with one. I didn't even pull out the rest of the mixes yet. I didn't pull out the rest of my mixes yet. I only use one of my mixes. That's it. And I'm able to blend both of your screens. You know why? because the screen paint is only off by one slight shade of mixture of black. There's no difference from one than the other, unless you bring out the UV mix. And if you take that stuff and put it against anything white, then that comes up, ugh, comes up dirty. So how do you explain that, buddy boy? Remember I told you bright colors produce better in a fully lit environment? I'll show you. See that? That's why they use bright colors. Anytime they display a demonstration in a fully lit environment, they use bright colors. Bright colors will fade less. Fade less. Starfield screensaver. See if it matches my screen right next to me. Let's see if the Starfield demonstration matches my black screen right here that you see going off right now. See if it matches. I'm gonna tell you right now, when we fire up, told you, see, when we fire up that new Inferno screen, oh, it's going to burn the daylights out of your product. That's a powerful, powerful product right there. Can't wait to get the Inferno launch. But look at it already. That's the reason why you can't do contrast demonstrations in fully lit environments. Let's turn the lights up, see how much of a better chance you has now. See how much better? The black levels improved, but you know what the problem is? See my light in the next room? See how bright it is? That's how bright. Keep in mind, let me show you something interesting. When I had that light on next to my screen in there, do you have any idea how bright that light is? That light is literally so bright that it passes past this room and it hits the screen in here. That's how bright that light is that hits my screen all day. That's actually washing out your screen in the next room. That's how bright this light is. So this light is so bright, it's literally washing out your screen in the next room, way over there. And look how close it sits to my screen. And I know you should probably be looking at my screen telling me, why is this screen so dark? It's in standby mode. As soon as I figure out exactly what I just did with my controller. Just gaming on this thing a few minutes ago. Here we go. There you go. See how beautiful the picture looks? That's how bright that light is. I gotta turn this light off because it's dimming the screen in the next room. Oh, you like the lights? I love them. Actually, that's the new one I got right there. That's the new one. That's the new one I got put in. Now there you go. That's the only way you can pull up a decent contrast level. And even in the dark, it still sucks. Even my mix, yes, it sucks. I told you, even if we made the product ourselves, we could blend Crow's screen, and there's no way in the world would ever match it to our black technology. This is a signature. The black technology on this. Watch this. Let's see if I can get here. Color red, screen. That's going to come up slightly lighter. You know why? Just to be fair, there's nothing wrong with that screen. This screen is actually the same color as the Cinemax. Not Cinemax, sorry. The same color as the Metallica mix. So the Metallica mix is a couple of shades darker than the Personal mix. The Personal mix is lighter. So that's why that looks like that. Red screen. See the difference, Crow? See the red on this screen right here versus the red on yours? See how faded your screen looks, washed out? There you go. Now you see, huh? Got an understanding how technology actually works instead of mixing in that fake product. Let's take this out of the equation because, like I said, we got a mix for this one already. I got a my mix for this one already. So we got a lighter screen paint mix for that one. We already matched your Metallica mix 2.0. That's right there. This is my mix here. This is our real technology here. You see the difference in the red levels? Watch this. See, when I turn the lights on, see how my screen maintains its red level? Yours washes out even worse. This is why you're told to calibrate. We don't calibrate over here because we don't have to, because our screens can maintain red levels. This product can't. Even my mix can't do it. My mix is not going to be able to compare to any one of these screens in the house. Impossible. It's a different form of technology. My mix and his mix, both doing the same thing, washing out. Washing out together. Washing out, washing out, washing out, washing out together. There's no way in the world I'm going to come on here and tell you that the product that I made, my mix, is going to be able to compete with this? Oh, please. I'm going to go back and watch my colorful fish. 4K tropical fish. That's what I feel like watching on this screen right now. I love my tropical fish. Watch this one right here. We'll come over here and we'll finish up over here. All right, so we're going to come out of here. Let's go pull up, let me see. We'll do a search. As a matter of fact, before we do the search, there's this product right there. I'm going to blend your screen with color. And watch my fish on this side over here. Check out my fish on that side of the screen. Boom. I'm going to blend your screen with the color right there. See that? I just literally just came on here, didn't even measure your product out. I mixed that product downstairs in my basement with old paint. I blended your product perfectly without measuring it. That's how well I know your product. I don't have to measure jack. It's like a refined chef. Oh wait, I did go to school for restaurant for cooking. So I guess that explains some of it. But anyway, yeah, so see, look, that's what I'm talking about. That's how easy it is to make. That's what I'm talking about. It's been made, man, people. It's been made. It's been made so many times, it's not even funny. But now this is my mix. And you're saying that the Metallica Mix 2.0 is supposed to be something special. And again, like I said, to keep going back, there's not to beat a dead horse to death, but when you sit there and you say to me that you're making our product, you're not. Because you can't pass any of the test. You can't even make the product to match the exact product that we make. Hey, do me a favor. How about this? How about make our product, send it to us, and see if it matches my screen? Huh? No, you won't do that, will you? Because you can't make our product. And we'll run it through all the tests that we put our screens through. Let's see what happens. But I can make your product perfectly without even measuring. $107. Yeah, right. Supposed to have some kind of spec. All that stuff you talked about, nothing. And for those of you who didn't get a chance to see the deleted video, I'll post that so you can check it out for yourself. If you never got a chance to see the deleted video that he got rid of all of a sudden because it got out that that's how he was making his products. I didn't even use metallic in this one. Let's match it to this one right here. See what happens. I'm gonna turn my fan off too. Match the product perfectly. So why in the world am I going to waste $107 on your product? I can make gallons of this, 5 gallons, 10 gallons of it, as much as I want. But the whole theory here, people, it's not basically about making his product. It's the fact to show you that there's nothing special about it at all, period. Take a high-end projector, hit the screen with it. Look at how beautiful the colors come up. Spend $107 for black and white paint. But it's also to show you that no matter how we mix or make these great products, that they will never compare to the black technology. Never, ever. Because we're going to show you in the demonstrations tomorrow how we're going to put this stuff against the technology we have now in the house, and we're going to show you where these screens are going to fail miserably and why. It's old technology. Let's keep going through. Let's see what else we can pull up out here. Let's pull up this one right here. Want to get a little closer to the screen? Match your product to a T. Now, what test would I have to run to prove this is? None, because he doesn't do any tests. Easy McCheesy. So this is my mix. Your product is my mix. Because I made your product 8 years ago. That's how I know how to design it. You copied off of me. I'm the original mix master. How would I know how to match your product that quick, that fast? Unless I was making it already. And I still got another half a gallon downstairs. We'll probably try to use someone. He made a purchase. I did a purchase. That's impossible. We do unboxings down here. If I had your product, I'd unbox it right there in front of everybody. Nope, we made it. Watch contrast levels. React the same way. See? Nothing different, nothing off. Match for match. Now, since I have no concern and no interest in making gray screen paint products, and I don't. It's not my world anymore. I like the dark technology. That's where I stay at. That's what I like to design. If I wanted to, Crow, I could take this technology, my mix, I can advance it, put things in it to make it far better than what you have here, and I'll sell your product easily. But I have no interest in that at all, period. So my mix is going to go downstairs and sit on the shelf where it's been at, and that's where it's going to stay. And you can continue to make your product, just mind your own business. Or I'll re-engineer your stuff and I'll basically sell for way less, which I'm showing you right now. I can make your product with no problem. Again, I'm the original mix master because I was making your product way before you even thought about it. So mind your business, enjoy your product, or I'll basically take my mix, make it 10 times better than yours, sell it for cheaper, and put you out of business. Because the Cinemax will be next, and I can match that one. I already know how that's designed. We had it way back. It was called something called Ice something. I gotta show you a video of it. We had a light gray screen paint that was nearly almost near white. Said we are not interested in this. This stuff is old. I got a I can't tell you about that yet. Right now we're filing for a trademark and LLC for another company. Oops, said too much already. All right, let me move on. All right, so let's go over here real quick. Let's pull this one up. So look at my mix. This is my mix right here. And that's Crow's Metallica Mix 2.0. My mix was made with just black and white paint. That's it. Here you go, Pete. If you need to see proof, this is his container right here. That's his product right there. There you go. And if you want to see the unboxing, I'll put the unboxing in the bottom. You can check that out too. The day I got it shipped in from another customer who bought it for us. So we wouldn't have any complications by him saying that, oh, we shipped him the wrong paint or this, that, or the other. You can't say that because you didn't know who was making the purchase. So can't say anything about that either. Because something like that, that means you did a customer wrong and you don't want to say that. So we do have your products. And I plan to get, I was thinking about getting a few more, but what's the point? I could just make it myself. I was making it 8 years ago. Well, I'm going to give you $107 of my money. Well, I can basically just make it myself. See, the thing about it is my product has so much weight behind it, so many test demonstrations, so many sales that behind my product, that even if you make our product and you try to give it away free, nobody will buy it from you at all. Period. You couldn't give it away for free. They only buy it from the original maker, which is me. If anything, they shouldn't be buying this stuff from me. They should be buying it from me because I'm the original maker. But I'm not interested in gray screen paints at all. I'm interested in this technology right here. This is what I like. Yeah, for all you naysayers, you know who you are. They've been running your mouths about saying that, oh, he's the original, he makes the best screen paint in the world, so and so and so. Nobody, I make the best screen paint in the world. The praise that you was given to him, I made it 8 years ago. There you go. So all the time you was giving him praise, you was giving me praise. Because I made this stuff 8 years ago. Under Digital One Crystal Screen Paint. And had the beta testers and demonstrations to back it up. Look me up. Look up Digital One Crystal Screen Paint. Look up the beta testers that tested my products. All over YouTube. Companies that are attached to Digital One Crystal Screen Paint. Look it up. Let's see what else we can switch to real quick. Oh, I made the product, blah, 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 blah. I was so freaking anxious, you know what I mean? I'm sitting there playing my game system, having fun online, took a lot of junk and trash, and they're usually doing gaming. And I'm thinking, like, what does my mix look like? I gotta find out what my mix looks like. Actually, it looks amazing. Not amazing in the term, but basically I'm thinking about making a great screen print. Never going to happen. Anyway, it's just, you'll see tomorrow when we do the test, it's going to come out bad. Same thing how you saw the reds come up and everything wash out. Yeah, it's going to come up like that. But anyway, it looks amazing. The fact that bottom line is, look at it. You can't even see a screen. Mix. Bam, bam. My mix, my mix, my mix. The mix. The mix. Bring out the mix. Here you go. That's your personal mix. I told you. They're different, but not that much. Not by that much. They're not different. It's just a slight difference where the Metallica Mix 2.0 is a little darker. So there's more black paint in that. Where the personal mix is a little lighter. And actually, it matches Gray Primer perfectly. It does. Everyday Bullseye Gray Primer matches it perfectly. To put them side by side. See how well they blend? Yep, there you go, people. There you go. Let's get some colors in there. Some psychedelic colors. Oh, so let me put this out here real quick. Also, too, at the end of the day, Crow, when you do your little demonstration, we don't care. You know why we don't care? And I tell you why. My company's contracted, number one. Number two, it's already been paid for and bought, which means there is somebody coming in to buy my company, including the entire lineup of Nova technology, already set in stone, already ready to go. I wouldn't tell you the price because probably would just make your head explode. But anyway, yeah, that's done. And out of that, there may be, and I'm not going to say too much, something coming. But I'm not going to say too much about that at all. You'll find that out probably at around the end of 2022. Yeah. But anyway, I'm not going to say too much about that. That's another big adventure we're going to be working on. But yeah, Crystal Ridge Technology screens will be on its way being sold. Well, not sold, it's already purchased by another company. They already have set in stone what they want. And also, too, screen paints will be sold. You'll still be able to buy the screen paints and stuff. They're still going to market that part off, but there's other parts of it they're going to incorporate into other things. So they've already tested the product, love the product, and are buying the product. And that's the difference between me and you, is the fact that I have companies interested in my technology where you have, well, whatever. Anyway, like I said, these companies, when they do get a hold of your product, so you know, they'll test it. And they'll test it through all the tests that you refuse to do, that you're afraid to do. They'll run it through that grinder. And if you don't pass, then they have no interest in it and you go about your business. So you have to do those tests. Stop cutting corners. You have to make, let me give you a piece of advice, even though you don't want to hear this because you're full glass all the time. You have to make your product stand out. You have to make it different from everybody else's. You follow the exact same line that the big companies do. They sit there in a dark environment, poorly lit environments, or ambient light controlled environments, high-end projectors, and that's how they do their demonstrations. They all do the exact same thing. Whether it be Elite Screen, whether it be Black Diamond, they all do the same thing. You got to do the opposite of what everybody else is doing. You got to do those demonstrations that basically they make their jaws drop. That's what you got to do. But you're doing the same thing. That's why it's easy to mimic your demonstrations. I don't have to run any tests because you don't do any. You got to work for it. Otherwise, what I'm trying to say. Meanwhile, look at my mix. I'm going to take your screen off and play my mix. Now look at my mix. Like the liquid projection screen. See, stuff like that. You got to do weird, crazy stuff. Do demonstrations on massive screens of 180 inches. Do things that people don't usually do. I mean, if he puts this, let me put it this way. I don't doubt what he can do. He can do it. Just has to do things on a different level. I mean, this is so easy to do. Doing contrast demonstrations in a poorly lit environment, I know what that does when you do a contrast level in a dark environment. It heightens the black levels. That's what it does. You want to get someone's attention? Swap out your P2. Get yourself a crappy projector. You make that thing look good in a fully lit environment, boom! You're going to have some people basically wanting to do business with you. And the reason why I can tell you this, man, because on the level I'm about to go to, you can't reach that man with a jetpack. We're on a different level. Way different level than you. What you see, the lineups that we have for Inferno. Inferno is just the beginning of that technology. But he won't take any advice. Okay, I'm taking this screen down because I'm done with this right here. I'm gonna go back into man. That day that I saw that same gray screen paint like this, that day that I saw that screen innovation hit my screen and I just saw the image go boom, pop up, I'll never forget that as long as I live. I'll tell you one thing, don't like screen innovation, I really don't. But they are the ones responsible for leading us down this path of black technology. Yep. Ever since the day I saw that technology, man, I said, you know what? We're going to do two things. We're going to make a screen equal or better. And it's interesting how we got court documents from them telling us to stay away from their stuff. So we must have achieved what we're supposed to do. Now, let me show you something here. We'll go back to the contrast levels again. Starfield screensaver.
Getting that from YouTube.
This is one of the things we request the most. Is that Starfield screensaver? Oh, I haven't seen these demonstrations yet. Starfield screensaver. Tomorrow,
Getting that from YouTube.
we're going to be doing the demonstrations of the screens side by next to each other. This is show you the reason why we don't support great technology, and we just don't. There's the contrast levels in a fully lit environment. Starfield screensaver.
Getting that from YouTube.
There's the white levels, and that shows up in our technology, no problem. But the screens can't produce that contrast and can't produce color. That's how your contrast levels are supposed to look. Not that. It's Metallica Mix 2.0. See how it looks on our screen? Washed out. See? Put it on here. Matches that screen perfectly right over there. Clean my area up while y'all stare at the stars. Now I got about what I'm feeling in here. I got about a half a gallon left of my mix right there. A half a gallon. My mix. Going to seal that up. That's going to go downstairs into a container because we don't need to use it anymore. But we're going to be using it for the demonstration tomorrow, showing you that all gray screen paints. Now, even though we can put this against the 3.0 we got downstairs, the 3.0 is going to blow this out of the water. 3.0 is amazing. So we'll put it against the 3.0, show you the difference between the 3.0 and this technology right here. 3.0 is going to pull up a better contrast level. It is a great screen paint we developed, but it's heightened. It has special abilities, and we'll show you that tomorrow. And we'll show you the difference between the 3.0. But that's the only gray screen paint we make. And that was made, I'm going to make that. Actually, I'm thinking about advancing it, making it a little bit better. We're going to keep the price the same way it is because that product is going to be used for charity. That's what I'm going to be using that product for. And along the way, like I said, I'm going to be making a couple other special limited edition projects. All proceeds will go to charity. So I got some plans for that right there. So we can help out some people that are less fortunate than us. You know, some people really have it rough in life. So I'm going to be custom designing some special projects, and those proceeds, sales will go to help other people out. Now, Crow, hope you're paying attention here. That's a gunmetal right there. See how that contrast level is pulling through in a gunmetal? See that? That's a Black Nova right there. And there right there is my mix and your product. I got to do things like this on a big scale because I don't think he understands any other way. show you something here. See that red screen? That's the gunmetal producing a solid red image at 18 feet back. If I take your screen paint and I stick in the middle of that screen, it doesn't show up. Watch. Sorry about my messy stuff, people. Relaxing, so I have that right. See? The screen can't see color. Neither can my mix. Can't see color. It's a great screen. It's an old technology. It doesn't even pick up color correctly. See that? It doesn't even pick up at all. This is why it tells you to calibrate. Color red screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
See the red screen there? Now watch it over here. I don't have so many remote controls in my home. Oh. Red screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
See? See how the red is washed out? See how it looks? Your colors don't pull up correctly. See the red on that screen? See how your screen comes up, washed out? See? In a fully lit environment, your screen washes out, along with my mix. See that? You don't see, that's why I said you don't understand the technology behind paint, or colors, or contrast. You don't understand none of that at all, period. You're just mixing stuff together, hoping that it works. That's what you're doing. You got a 4300 lumen projector. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something, people, that's gonna be mind-blowing for you. You wanna know my projector layout right now? 720p, XGA, projector, ultra short throw, right? 720p, 800 by 600. The projector that's hitting that screen is 4300 lumens, 1080p, 1920 by 1200, a WXGA. That's an XGA. That's an SVGA. So how is the projector that I'm using that's hitting my mix and your mix at the same time is a more powerful projector than both of these projectors right here? But yet, look at the image on that. Yet the two projectors that I'm using that are the cheaper projectors costing $59 and $150 are producing better color and better images than the projector that's at 4300 lumens. You know why? Because at the end of the day, I keep telling people, it doesn't come down to your projector, it comes down to your screen. That's what I tell you. And I can back it up. Just like I can back up everything I say when you go through my archives. Just like this video right here. A week from now, if someone were to come up and ask a question about this video, there you go, right there. Check it out in the archives. There'll be many more behind it, or in front of it. Blue screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
We'll do one more. We're just about near my minute. See how beautiful that blue shows up? Look how clean that looks. That's how it's supposed to look, people. That's how your blues are supposed to look on your screen. Blue screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
See how washed out the blue looks here? Look how beautiful it looks here. People think it's a projector. Oh, yeah, because I got this 4300 lumen projector. I got this 1080p. I got this 4K. It doesn't mean jack what you own. If you don't have the right screen, your projector is doing 50% of its work, probably 30%. Doesn't mean anything. All comes down to the screen. Projector only works as well as the screen is being produced on. That's it. You're only getting out of the projector on what you basically can give back, what the screen can give back. I'll show you one more time. See how faded the image looks here? Look how dark it looks here? Look at the gunmetal here. We're in a fully lit environment. All my lights are on. There's your gray screen paint mix there, washing out against my screen. That's why we consider gray paints to be obsolete. They can't see color, they can't pull color, they can't see contrast. And my mix is so perfect that you can't even see your sample sheet right in the middle. It's right there. All right, people, I'm gonna go back to my regular shows. Tomorrow morning we have much testing to do. We're gonna be doing against to give you a taste of what's gonna happen tomorrow. You're gonna go against the Black Inferno tomorrow. Black Inferno is a real nasty piece of work. It's going to basically crush my product and yours at the same time, easily. As you can see, these right here are pretty good. But the Black Inferno is something else, something completely different we designed. Something pretty interesting. It's going to be launching. Anyone asked me a question about that Black Inferno? It's going to be launching somewhere around the end of next week. We still have a few demonstrations to do off. We have an ultra short though, a little lumen test to do off of it, and some certified screens. We already did the gray certified screens and gray mixes. We already did the white surfaces already against it. Next, we got to do the high-end screens like the Dark Star 9, the Parallax, more $3,000, $5,000 projection screens. Then we switch it over to ultra short though, and we bring out 3 ultra short though certified samples. They have to go again, so we have to do a distance though at 22 feet back. You know the whole finality, but we have to go through when we test these screens out. So you know. All right, so let me see what we got going on here. Which is which? Showing in the sheet, YouTube.
Getting that from YouTube.
That's what I like to watch, people. I like Showing in the Sheet. It's my favorite show. It's like, but you're an adult. Whatever, who cares? That's what I like to watch. I'm going to go back over here to my PS4 and finish playing my game over here. I was doing over here earlier today. Switch over to there. See, you don't even come up on the dashboard. On my PS4 dashboard, your screen paint doesn't even show up at all. I'll show you something even more interesting. Let's take our lights out here. The lights out here. Let's see. I'm gonna watch a movie tonight. I'm gonna watch an old-fashioned movie tonight. See that? Even in the dark, you don't pull up. Told you, even if the lights out, your screen doesn't pull up next to a gunmetal. See? So much for your lights out demonstrations. You don't even pull up lights out. You don't even come up next to a gunmetal. Dark red. Nope. Man, this just gets so boring. It does, it gets boring. I'm tired of doing this to your screens. I really am. You don't get it. The product is old. It doesn't work at all. You're not pulling up any contrast. That's not going to happen. Look at that. Even with the lights up, doesn't even pull up. Nothing. All right, so I'm going to take my mix, get rid of my mix and put it into the next room because I'm done over here with all these demonstrations. We're done with this right here. Get my area back to the way it was, get my air conditioner back on. And I was just curious because I'm sitting there like, I wonder how amazing the my mix came up. And sure enough, you know how close, look at this, look how clearly, how close. I told you I can just look at your products and tell how they're made. I'm gonna get my mix down. My mix, mix. I'm sorry, I'm gonna be doing that a lot because it's fun. I'm just saying, it's fun. Well, what's wrong? You're taunting him. No, it's fun. I told him the product is old. Make something else. Another product. You gotta stop challenging people that are way outside your freaking, I'm just telling you, man, I'm way outside your, I'm not trying to call you stupid because you're not a dumb person. You're intelligent. You just really don't know, to understand how screen paint actually works. I don't think you do understand it. And on top of that, like I said, you got to stay in your own category. There are other people who make great screen paints you should be doing demonstrations against. You're not in our category of technology. You're not. You're nowhere near it at all, period. At all, period. But my mix. Let me put my Sean sheet back on. My mix. Wick. Yeah, you learned the Bible lesson today. Ugh. Like I said, I was making your product. I wasn't joking when I said that. I was making your product long before you were making it. That's how I know how to make it. Your all your products you have, your Frankenstein, all of them, I can make all those. All of them. We still got 2 more right here. I was able to match both of your screens, and we haven't even got to these mixes yet. These are my mixes. Look at that right there. Look at the color of that one right there. That's your Cinemax right there. That's your Cinemax right there. That's your personal mix right there. Now, people, I'm pretty sure, I hope you had a wonderful and safe 4th of July. You know, I don't enjoy doing these videos. In some ways I do, because he does some dumb stuff, I tell you. So I don't know what you did, but you did something stupid. So that's the reason why this is happening today. Somebody sent me a video of you doing something dumb on the gunmetal. That's what they did. So I was like, you don't learn. So today I'll make your product. Not only will I make your product, I'll do it on camera, and I'll show it matching your screen perfectly, which I just did. Now, you want to go around calling people scammers, you really ought to take a good look in the mirror, because this product right here, your Metallica Mix 2.0, that's black and white paint in there. My mix is made out of black and white paint. That's it. There's nothing special in it. I don't have no primer in it. I'm not no primer, but no primer in it. It's just basically black and white paint. I don't have any glitter or no Metallica paints. There's nothing in there. It's just basically black and white paint. That's all that's in there. That's it. You saw me just make a couple of them right there on the table. That's all that's in there. Nothing more, nothing less. And you're pumping this up to be something that it's not at all, period. You have no test behind it, backing what the product actually can do at all. Just nothing but dark environments and high-end projectors. That's basically about it. You're claiming to be to pull a contrast level equal to a black screen, which we're going to be doing those tests. You also claim that you pull the same color level as a black screen, which we'll be doing those tests tomorrow. And I will show you not only your paint's going to fail at that demonstration, but my mix is going to fail also. There's nowhere in the world that product is going to pass. Virtually impossible. And as you can see, they're identically alike. They look both of them look a perfect match. Your product's going to fail along with mine too. And you'll see why the black technology or darker technology is more superior. Hopefully you understand this time. All right, people, I'm not going to hold up any more time. I'm pretty sure you got better things to do in here. Me on here just rambling on right now because we're done. I'm rambling on. I hope you enjoyed the video demonstration. Thank you all for your time. I have to go, and God bless.